weather.
Okay, so.
Luckily, this is.
Very on goal.
So we would have had to have had
We just click down here to bring that back up.
tried. It's very hard to avoid.
Okay, so.
I haven't had one in 3 years.
So now we know we're back. Okay. All right, John, you're all set.
Okay, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to call the January 20th Board of Commission meeting to order. Today, we're going to have the prayer by Commissioner Sarkella, followed by the pledge by Commissioner Ballard. You're in a hurry.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather in a free country. We ask that you would be with us during our meeting to help us make wise decisions for our friends and neighbors. We're grateful, Lord, for the many blessings that you do give us, and especially for all the employees of the county. We know that they all try their best to serve their neighbors and friends as well. And we ask that you would be with us today, keep us safe in our travels, keep us healthy in this cold weather. We're grateful for the sunshine and mostly for your son, in whose precious name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Leslie, roll call, please.
District 1 Chairman John Block.
Present.
District 2 Commissioner Roger Ballard.
Present.
District 3 Commissioner Gary Heberling. District 4 Commissioner Bill Sarkella.
Here.
District 5 Commissioner Christine Lee.
Present.
District 6 Commissioner Evans Ehart.
Here.
District 7 Commissioner John Moody.
Here.
Thank you, Leslie.
Here we go.
If there are no corrections or deletions to today's agenda, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
I'll make that motion to adopt the agenda.
I have a motion from Commissioner Lee, supported by Commissioner Ehart, to adopt the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Agenda is adopted. If there are no corrections or deletions from our meeting minutes from January 6th, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Ballard, supported by Commissioner Sarkella, to approve our meeting minutes from January 6th. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. You received your correspondence from Jody through email the other day. So we're going to move into commissioner reports, and we're going to start with Commissioner Ballard.
Hey, last night I was in Lamont Township. Lovely drive up there. I'm glad it's only 21-mile round trip. I could see above the road, but I couldn't see the road. It was blowing so hard, but anyways, they approved their road grinding for 2026, and their planning commission is continuing work on ordinance updates. It was a pretty short meeting. I was in Argyle last week. They approved attendance to the MTA conference coming up, and they also appointed a zoning administrator, which was didn't take them too long at all. And they got a younger guy that's pretty interested in learning things about government, and sounds like he'll do a real good job. They approved a land split. Marlette Township, they approved the contract with the sheriff's department. It'll be on our agenda down on finance. They also approved the land leases around the airport, and they were looking for a vehicle for the airport for a loaner car for visiting pilots to come in and use to get into town and travel. And they actually had a local business owner, who I won't name, step up. He bought a car and donated it and is paying all the expenses for it. He's also a pilot. So that was awful nice of him to step up. I didn't want to mention him because I haven't talked to him to see if he wants his name out there. So, and in the city of Marlette, there is an open house happening Thursday with this Dairyland Wind. Their office is just west of City Hall on Morris Street, and it runs from 5 to 7:30 on Thursday night. So anybody in that area, they're pretty vague on what area their coverage is going to be. There's just a big circle east of 53 and south of 46. So it'll be interesting. I didn't hear of them until you brought it up 2 weeks ago. So I'm curious to see what their plans are.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Roger. Gary?
Yep, thank you, John. I have attended, earlier this month, I attended Sandusky City Council meeting. I have nothing really to report on that. Also, the Watertown Township meeting, I attended that. They went through a number of different things, discussions. One was water meter updates. And as you may or may not know, part of Sandusky, city of Sandusky is part of Watertown Township, and the people in Watertown Township use the water meters that they want them to update them. They also talked about the charges that Watertown is charging residents in the city of Sandusky, being Watertown Township. They fell behind, and the city manager was at that meeting, and they need to catch that up. So everybody's paying the same. Attended Moortown Township meeting. Not a lot really went on there. They talked about adding trees, tree planting at the cemetery, some land splits and some other things. And I did not attend the Sandusky City Council meeting. They have two a month, usually with the first meeting of the month. End of my report.
Thank you, Gary. Bill?
Port Sanilac passed their audit, set their summer event dates, had a presentation on their sheriff coverage and also some discussion on their harbor project. They're in phase one for that. Sanilac Township, they had to move one of their meetings, went through their water bills because they oversee the water coming up from Lexington. And also Planning Commission had some discussions there. They're probably going to be needing a clerk soon because I believe she's going to retire. And also looking for a rental property overseer as well. Washington had some discussion on their cemetery, paid their bills, and also starting to entertain the notion of a data center ordinance as well. And Bridgehampton installed some cameras, discussion on their ballot box, road commission, road coverage there for them as well. And also some discussion on election funding. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Christine?
I did not make it to Elmer Township's meeting, but I did attend Brown City. There was a group of citizens that came in. They were upset Maple Valley Road. Maple Valley Road, there's a railroad crossing and there's a stop sign, and people have not been stopping. So the police have been giving them tickets. Well, they wanted the sign changed from stop to yield, but they don't realize that the city has nothing to do with it. That's the railroad problem, you know. And it's like, just stop at the stop sign. They're still working on their park lease agreement. The water rates are gonna go up starting in April because of the debt change, and the water bill will increase for each resident $21.19 to cover that. That's not including the regular each year that the rates go up. That's the extra. They got a $2 million grant from Lisa McLean's office, and the fitness equipment is in, but need to have a fundraiser to install it. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Christine. I myself have nothing to report. Evan?
Hopefully I can make it to Croswell meetings tonight, and that's it.
Okay, John?
On the 13th, I had Speaker Township. Their zoning administrator reported for permits, 1 new house, 2 new land splits, and 1 culvert. They also got a new water softener for their hall. And they're working on their budget. They have some budget hearing on February 17th and a workshop on March 3rd. And their website is up to the new ADA compliance.
I have one more thing.
Go ahead.
Are you done?
Well, I have one more.
Go ahead,
John.
finish.
Okay. Fremont Township on the 15th. They have a planning commission meeting on the 4th, February 4th. They had 2 hall rentals. They're working on their budget for next year. They have game nights coming up on the 31st of January, the 28th of February, and then March 28th. And that's it.
That's all I have. Christine, you have one more?
Yeah, I forgot to add that they hired a new office assistant at City Hall, Haley Harrell. She was from Marlette.
And this is for Brown City?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. I appreciate everyone's committee or commissioner reports. Nathan, your administrator report, please.
Thank you. First thing I wanted to mention, as you all are aware, but to make sure we get word out as much as possible, animal control, open house will be Friday, 1 to 4. I did mention we did get it out to a couple of the papers. I know a couple of our commissioners, Heberling and Commissioner Sarkella, will be on the radio tomorrow with Danielle, our chief animal control officer, in the morning doing the radio show. So that'll be good as well. And hoping for a nice turnout. It's going to be cold, so we'll see. if people want to come out or not, but it'll be warm inside.
Yeah, come on, check out our new heated floors, right?
Yeah, right. We've got, Commissioner Heberlin had talked about the materials management, meeting that our county is supposed to hold. And we had talked about when we were going to conduct that for our, local municipalities. We've finally set a date of February 19th. We'll do that at 6 p.m. at the EOC. So, Mike Miller, who is overseeing this for the 4 counties, sent notice out to all of our municipalities regarding that. The only one he got kicked back was Washington Township. So I sent him a email for, I believe it's Nick Lean for Washington Township. So everybody else should have received notice. And last thing I wanted to mention, Samantha Schnettler, our EDC director, reached out and talked to me last week. Because the grant dollars we received from the state land bank, because that home in Brown City turned into a demo project instead of a rehab project due to the condition of the home. We still have some dollars remaining, so Sandusky had inquired multiple times about another home they had in their possession that could, if it was demoed, it would assist with some parking over here. So she was able to reach out to them, and they're working to see if they'll be able to remove that home as well, to help with some parking in town for the city of Sandusky. So
It's good those dollars are gonna get used.
yeah, we didn't want to send any dollars back, and that's what she said. We need to find a project that's ready to go. And she did say that Dave Faber had reached out a couple times, and I said, well, yeah, let's see if we can make it happen. It's a very tight window, so we're gonna meet with him, the mayor as well, and kind of outline everything we need, how this needs to come together. Because I think dollars need to be spent by the end of July.
Okay,
So we're hopeful.
very good.
That's all I have.
Any questions for Nathan? Okay, hearing none. Nathan, thank you for your report. I'm just gonna mention this now, so everybody remembers. Tomorrow, we do have our Michigan Association of Counties 7th District meeting at 9 a.m. Sanilac is hosting that. Hopefully, if you can attend, you will. See what comes out of that.
We'll be on radio.
Yeah, you guys will be busy on the radio. You got more important things to deal with.
I'll be on my way to Carroll by that time too. So.
Okay. I'm gonna have to, I don't normally listen to the radio in the morning, but I'm gonna have to tomorrow. Okay.
You can watch us on TV tomorrow night. It's gonna be on TV too.
It is live on Facebook
Yeah.
when he does the interviews.
Yeah, are those recorded in?
Yes.
You could go back and rewatch
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to go
Want a
live.
copy?
What's that?
We can get you a signed copy.
Well, I mean,
They're
if you could, if you could.
$19.
I have to pay?
Yeah.
$18.95.
Yeah.
Repayments of, I don't
You
know.
lose some of your clothing money.
This feels nefarious. Very good. Well, yeah, I will. I'm definitely gonna watch you guys squirm in your chairs when you get all the tough questions tomorrow, so.
I'm gonna text Eddie while they're there.
Yeah, I can give him some ideas.
Ask them about this. We'll know where those.
Why did it cost so much?
Evans wanted some extra things. That's important stuff.
Next up is public comments pertaining to the agenda. Are there any public comments pertaining to the agenda today? Seeing none, we're going to move on. Next is a presentation from our Emergency Management Director, Greg Holman. Greg, welcome.
Hi.
Good to have you.
Having me.
Looking forward to hearing what you've been up to.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to officially submit the annual report for the Department of Emergency Management. First off, do you guys have any questions on what you've seen in the report? You had an opportunity to look at it. I know you have a lot of stuff to go through today, so I'll try to keep my presentation down to 30 minutes. So
Half of that you're gonna do out in the hall though.
yeah, so probably more like 3/4, but so I tried to put together a comprehensive package that not only demonstrates the need for emergency management, but also the purpose of why there's an emergency management in each county in the state of Michigan. So I highlighted through My first couple pages are, I always believe that every organization or department should have a mission, a vision, and a goal. Because then that gives you something to work for and it gives you something to follow. So I did create that following a little bit using some of the FEMA and the state of Michigan for our mission. We always want to make sure that we protect life, property, and the environment. And we have our processes of mitigation, preparation, response, and recovery. Those are our big keys. So beyond that, we have the history of emergency management, not only in Sanilac County, but as it reflects in the United States. There's been a lot of growing changes through the years that have happened. 9/11 was a big thing that changed and prompted the Department of Homeland Security, which then put all of us underneath this vessel of communication so that we're all information sharing more accurately, more thoroughly. Trainings are coming down to a more condensed and appropriate level for all responders. And then, we have the Stafford Act that we respond to or respond under, which is a federal declaration for in the event that we declare a state of emergency. The guidelines that help us and Board Chair Block make the decision of when to declare a state of emergency, the appropriate notification, so that way the recovery process can happen appropriately. In Sanilac County, we know that throughout the years, it's the Emergency Management Department has moved from underneath the sheriff to it was sounded like at one time a unified position of dispatch director / emergency manager. Now I report to the administration and the Board of Commissioners through Nathan and the Board of Commissioners. So that's really the history of it. As far as Sanilac County, we're pretty unique. Obviously, we have the most land miles out of any county in the Lower Peninsula. So we like to really occupy the thumb as much as we can. But we're special in the fact that in the state of Michigan, we're broken down into individual regions. And that's just to help get resources to an individual area quicker. So we're part of Region 3. St. Clair County is part of Region 2 North. So we're right on that border of where we could possibly get assets from both 2 North and Region 3. So it's really beneficial for us in the event that if we had a situation occur. My accomplishments, going over to the next page, we did a lot last year with working on emergency operation plans, establishing communications with stakeholders and networking with individuals, not only within county, but outside of the county. We worked really hard on putting together a committee to establish trainings for our first responders. And I felt like that was really successful because in October, we held a multi-jurisdictional complex scenario where we had over 100 people participate and it went really well. I'm very happy about that. We had everybody from dispatch, EMS, law enforcement, fire, and then emergency management. And it was a really great scenario to put together. So other than that, we're working hard with continuing on our plans. They can always be improved, reviewed, adopted. And then our grants that we currently maintain in the county, we're staying aggressive on those, as well as looking for other grant opportunities that are out there for preparedness and response. You go through, and I did respond to 14 incidents last year, and to give you a brief snippet of that, I don't sit at home with a pager and wait for somebody to get a call and then kind of jump their call. What happens is, depending on the complexity of the situation, I'm notified that we have a department or an agency responding to something, and I'm there to help them get resources. I don't do anything as far as taking over the scene or telling them that they're doing it right or wrong. I'm just there. So if they need something that might be out of county, like a specialized team, if we're talking about hazmat or tech rescue, I have the channels that through my SIMs, I can get those resources coming. So 14 of those incidents, they varied from motor vehicle accidents to house fires to the EF1 tornado northeast of Deckerville. So it was a really wide stretch of response. Again, with the motor vehicle accidents, the response was warranted because the type of vehicle involved might have been transporting potentially hazardous materials. So we have an obligation to the property owners, to everybody, including the environment, to report that information to the National Response Center and to the public emergency alerting system. So I go to those scenes, I document what's there, what processes have been done, and then I communicate that up to the state level so that if there's anything additional required, it can get done. Any questions on that call response piece? Okay. So I did do a little breakdown for you guys going through when the calls occurred, day of the week, just to show you that, calls don't abide by 8 to 4:30 or non-holidays or anything like that. We all know that emergencies can happen whenever. So I wanted to put that in there. We did complete an exercise or drill once every quarter last year. So I'm really happy about that. The two that involved the hospitals were more about the migration of large amounts of people that have respiratory illness or are suffering from heat-related stress. And how are we going to take care of them? We can't transport everybody out, so we have to keep everybody in. And just working through the incident command process that's established in the hospitals. Of course, we did our October countywide event, which I feel like, for people that aren't in that public safety response, public safety people usually really love hands-on stuff because we routine it, we're doing it, and you don't do it till you get it right. You do it till you can't get it wrong. So that repetition was very important with that event, and it worked out really well. The last exercise was Tuscola County did an EOC activation, which is just monitoring. We would provide mutual aid to them because we do have mutual aid with our surrounding counties and even in our region. So if other emergency managers need help, part of my responsibility is reporting and offering any assistance I can give to them because they would do the same thing for us. So that was the synopsis with that. Our big key notable operation plans that have been updated, of course, the county's emergency operation plan has been updated. The Sanilac County Fairgrounds, we sat down and did a very comprehensive emergency operation plan with them that was adopted by the Fair Board. And then Emerson Group, which is a manufacturing company here in Sandusky. I've been working with their health and safety director, reviewing their EOP and getting that up to date based off of our community and our resources and everything like that. So pretty big documents. They're obviously a lot larger than my annual report here, but they cover everything from a flood to an active assailant. So it's very detail oriented. But I feel like they're strong and they can be tested and we can be prepared with whatever's thrown at them. So the 302 sites, part of LAPC, a local emergency planning commission. We do have 9 sites that are identified as a 302, which is the section underneath SARA, the Superfund Amendment Reauthorization Act, which requires manufacturing facilities that either use, store, or produce chemicals of certain quantity that could pose a risk to the health and public welfare, that they report that information to us. And then that way we can build emergency operation plans to help them if in the event a leak or spill were to occur. So we did that last year. Commissioner Moody was a part of that. So we keep working on that. That's an annual thing. It's always going to happen. Probably a little bit about what I did last year was a lot of training. Training within Region 3, within the state, within the county. But one thing I do want to note, I did complete my professional emergency manager's certification through the Michigan State Police Emergency Management Homeland Security Division. I took my test November 25th and I did pass. So I am recognized as a professional emergency manager through the state of Michigan. So On top of a whole host of other classes that I took, very informative and very helpful in my position. So goals for this year is obviously to continue our internal and external communications with the Board of Commissioners, Nathan, our stakeholders within the county, our emergency responders, and then the communities themselves. So that's probably my biggest goal. And then, of course, always improving our emergency operation plans, and then staying actively aggressive with grants and grant opportunities that we can bring money back here to Sanilac County for our people. And that's really about it. I don't know how long that was. Felt like I did a lot of talking.
Just right, Greg.
Just right. Okay. Is there any questions for me?
Yeah, I was looking at this regional map.
Yeah.
It goes from 1 to 8, but there's no 4 on there.
No 4.
Because it's two
They
north and south.
did want to have a 4, so they did a 2 north and a 2 south, and they eliminated the 4. Is what I was told.
2 + 2.
So I don't know why they did it that way. I will ask though at my next regional meeting and see if I can get a more concrete.
Well, it should have been just, 1 through 7 then,
It should have, yes. But
technically, but yeah.
I've never known the state to not throw a curveball or two into whatever process that they're doing. So I will just say that. They've been good to me, but I know they like to keep everybody on their toes. So, yeah, I would like to take the opportunity to thank everybody for the support, the trust, and the opportunity to do this job. So I know I've only been doing it for a year, but I do greatly appreciate everybody's support, from the Board of Commissioners to my former boss back there, to the dispatch center, all public safety, the communities. It's not going to stop. We're going to keep going, and I look forward to a lot of great things. So
Very good. Well put together report, Greg.
Yes, very nice.
Nice to see what the department's been up to.
thank you.
You've done a good job, and you've definitely taken it to another level.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Some days I feel like I'm spinning my wheels in the clay out in the field, but it's coming along good. There's been a lot of great people I've had the opportunity to work with and network with. Like I said, both in county and out of county, the resources that are available to us in the event that we ever have to have them. I can't even add them up. There's just so much that we can have here right now to help us. So it's paramount that we keep those relationships open and keep that going. So, but thank you again.
The emergency operations plan,
Yes.
what's the cycle on that? So it was reviewed and updated. I know because
Every
several years.
4 years.
Yeah, because we worked on it about 4 years ago
Yep.
to get it in order.
Yep. And so one of the trainings I do want to accomplish this year is with Commissioner Block. Being the board chair, I want to bring him into the EOC and go through that. Hopefully we never have to do it, but actually going through the execution of the declaration to the governor, so that way we have everything ready and we have all the documents prepared. And so when that does happen, we can just get it done and it works seamless. So, but yeah, it's been and that's a huge partnership. When we think of the county emergency operation plan, that involves every stakeholder that's imaginable, from health department, road commission, the utility companies. They're all partners in that EOP, and they help us when that disaster happens or incident happens. So, yeah.
I noticed on the top of your list at the beginning, open line of communications.
Yes.
So I want you to be aware that the fire chiefs are giving us feedback and they appreciate the work you're doing.
Okay.
And as a commissioner, and I believe I can speak for the entire board, I appreciated the opportunity to communicate with you when things happened in our district. And you reach out to us and make us aware of what's going on, because I think that's important. So
Good. Okay.
we don't necessarily get blindsided on some event that may have happened that we didn't know about.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, so we appreciate that as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. So thank you.
Very good.
Yes.
All right.
That's great.
Okay. Next up, 13A. I see no need for 13B or 14. We're not making any appointments today. So we're going to move directly into general resolutions, and Commissioner Heberling is going to offer the resolution of support of the Parks 5-year recreation plan.
Okay, Sanilac County Board of Commissioners, resolution in support of Sanilac County Parks 5-year park and recreation plan. Whereas the Parks Commission of Sanilac County has undertaken a 5-year parks and recreation plan, which describes physical features, existing recreation facilities include handicap accessibility. Transition plan includes goals and objectives of the Sanilac County Commission and includes an action plan to help obtain said goals and objectives, which will help improve and maintain recreation facilities during the period between 2027 and 2031. And whereas the public was given a well-advertised opportunity to review the final draft recreation plan for a period of at least 30 days. And whereas a public hearing regarding the 5-year plan was conducted on December 2nd, 2025 at the Sanilac County Emergency Operations Center, provide an opportunity for citizens to express their opinions, ask questions, and discuss all aspects of their recreation plan. And whereas public input regarding the said 5-year plan can be submitted at any time to the Office of Sanilac County Drain Commission, located with the Sanilac County Courthouse, by attending any posted monthly meeting of the Sanilac County Parks. And whereas the Sanilac County Parks Commission has developed a plan for the benefit of the entire community, as well as the citizens visiting the community, with said adoption of plan to assist in meeting and recreation needs of expanded community. And whereas the adoption of approval of said 5-year plan will assist the Sanilac County Parks Commission in obtaining grant funding to help achieve stated goals and objectives of said plan. And whereas after the public hearing, the Sanilac County Parks Commission voted to forward the said plan to the Sanilac County Board of Commissioners for approval, as said plan needs to be adopted by the highest government body of the county. Now, therefore it be resolved that the Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby adopts the Sanilac County Parks Commission 5-year recreation plan as written as a guideline for improving recreation with Sanilac County.
I have a resolution offered by Commissioner Heberling. Is there support?
I'll support that.
I have support by Commissioner Lee. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Leslie, roll call, please.
Commissioner Heberling,
Yes.
Commissioner Lee,
Yes.
Commissioner Block,
Yes.
Commissioner Moody,
Yes.
Commissioner Ballard,
Yes.
Commissioner Sarkella,
Yes.
and Commissioner Ehart.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
That's going to complete general resolutions today. So that's going to take us to committee reports, and we're going to start with Commissioner Moody today.
I have none.
Okay, Evans?
So after our last meeting, 2 weeks ago, I had Board of Public Works after with Bill. Everything stayed the same on that board and just still waiting for projects.
Okay. This morning, Commissioner Heberling and I met in a personnel meeting, and we approved for the parks to move forward with hiring a new manager for Forester Park. You guys will see that on the finance agenda in 2 weeks. And then also there is a county planning commission meeting today at 3:00 and to be held right here in BOC chambers if anybody wishes to attend. That's all I have. Christine?
My CAPC meeting was canceled this morning and my health board committee meeting was canceled. The health board is going to be moved to Thursday at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you. Bill?
Sat in on Michigan Association of Counties NRAD committee. That's Environmental, Natural Resources, Agriculture, and Tourism. Discussion there on the state budget, appropriations work, project budget as well, and road funding fruition. They're waiting obviously to see where the marijuana tax goes before that money gets distributed. And then there was discussion starting in regards to the bottle bill. So you might see more things on the bottle bill going forward. Building and Grounds met today, talked about some things at the health department in regards to flooring and doing something with a handicap parking spot. And of course, Nathan already mentioned the animal control open house. We talked about that as well. And Evans covered the BPW. It was just our organizational meeting for that. That's all I have.
Thank you, Bill. Gary?
Well, I think, John, you and Bill covered both the meetings I was part of this morning. The only thing I have to add is, but tomorrow I have my MPC meeting in Carroll. And I think you brought up, we have a planning commission meeting.
Yep.
Second, so in my report.
Thank you, Gary. Roger?
I attended no meetings. I did, however, kind of review my 2025. I attended no less than 162 meetings in 2025, county related. I wondered where the year was.
I always wondering why you're so busy. That's why.
My wife wondered why I'm never home. That's it. I saw that.
Very good. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate everyone's committee reports. That's going to move us to unfinished business, to which I see there is none. So we're going to go directly into new business. And that's going to start out today with FA 007-26, approval of current claims.
Salem Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the payment of current claims identified on the accounts payable report dated January 13th, 2026 for the general bank account in the amount of $149,877.42.
I have a motion from Commissioner Sarkella, supported by Commissioner Ehart. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 008-26, budget adoptions, amendments, appropriations, and transfers.
Salem Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the following amendments and establishes the following accounts as listed.
I have a motion from Commissioner Sarkella, supported by Commissioner Lee. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 009-26, approval of additional general fund bank account checks charged in December 2025.
Salem Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the payment of additional general fund bank accounts checks charged to December 2025 as follows. $569,487.50 in ACH payments, $388,775.03 in checks for a grand total of $958,262.53.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Sarkella, supported by Commissioner Ballard. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to NFA 002-26, acceptance of the 2025 Emergency Management Annual Report.
Salem Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby accepts the 2025 Emergency Management Annual Report as presented.
I have a motion from Commissioner Sarkella, supported by Commissioner Lee. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Next up is NFA 006-25, award and authorization bid for the animal shelter building.
Salem Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby awards and authorizes the bid for the Animal Control Shelter Building Project to Jeremy Bender Builders at a cost not to exceed $864,632 with funding from ARPA funds.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Sarkella, support from Commissioner Heberlein, and that's obviously just an adjustment to what was approved last year. Yeah, last year. Is there any further discussion related to NFA 006-25? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Lastly, today we have FA 145-25, award and authorization to purchase uniform vehicles for commercial motor vehicle enforcement for the Sheriff's Office.
Salem Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby awards and authorizes the Sheriff's Office purchase one set of vehicle equipment to outfit one 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe police package vehicle to be assigned to the Uniform Services Division for commercial motor pool vehicle enforcement from Arrowhead Outfitters Incorporated, Cloud, Michigan, at a cost not to exceed $24,830 with funding from the Salem Lake County Sheriff's Office vehicle line item.
I have a motion from Finance Chairman Sarkella, supported by Commissioner Moody. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. That's going to conclude new business today. So we're going to call for general public comments. Are there any general public comments today? Seeing none, there's no need for closed session or approval of closed session minutes. If there's nothing further to come before the Board of Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn our meeting at 1:38.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Ballard, supported by Commissioner Ehart, to adjourn at 1:38. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Right.
Gary, what time you heading to Carroll tomorrow? I got Carroll tomorrow too.
What's that?
I got Carroll tomorrow too.
Do you really?